Hi everyone! In this video I want to share with you how I managed to stay consistent and create content for my social media regularly as a digital artist with a full-time job. As you can probably tell from the title, my secret is Notion, and I want to show you how I use it to stay on track of my content calendar and also make sure I don't run out of ideas for future content. So let's get into it. As per Google's description, Notion is an online productivity application that offers organizational tools such as task management, project tracking, and to-do lists. The platform uses databases that you, as the user, can easily create and customize to help you stay productive and organized. As I already mentioned, I have a full-time job as a graphic designer. But outside working hours, I am a part-time digital artist and content creator who posts consistently on her social media, and I really believe one of the reasons why I have been able to keep up with this schedule for the last 8 months is because I learned how to use Notion to my advantage. So I want to walk you through what I do, and hopefully this will help you improve your consistency too. As you can probably see, I use Notion to organize many aspects of my life, but for today let's focus on this page called, very originally, my art career. Let's start with the Ideas subpage. As you can probably guess from the title on this page, I have a database for all my content ideas. This is probably one of the tricks that helps me the most and also saves me a lot of time, because whenever I sit down and I start organizing my content for the next month, which I will touch on later on, I already have a long list of ideas to choose from, so I don't need to rack my brain or scroll Instagram for hours to come up with something. I don't know about you, but most of my best ideas tend to come to me at the most random moments, such as when I walk somewhere or I am on the bus ride, a lot of the times as I try to fall asleep, or even when I brush my teeth in the morning. So to remember all these ideas, I have to write them down as soon as possible, and the way I manage it is through a Notion widget on my phone. Since I have it within reach most of the time, all I have to do is open it, go to this Notion page and write it down, and this is how I make sure I don't miss on or forget any possible great content ideas. So let me show you how I add a new prompt to this list. All I have to do is press new and start by writing a short description as the title. For the sake of this video, let's call this animation of duck falling asleep. And done, now you have another idea in your list. The reason why I'm working with a database and not a simple table is because this way every entry is a page on its own. So if you want to go a step further, you can access this page called animation of duck falling asleep and add a few properties to it. What I've added on mine, and feel free to use it as well, is a status property where I can choose what stage the project is in, such as unused, in progress, scheduled, or done. This also helps me filter the list when I'm on this page, making sure I don't use the same prompt twice. Once I add it to my content calendar, which I'll show you in a bit, I change it to in progress and then to scheduled and done at the respective stages. Next, I have an example property. Sometimes as I scroll Instagram, I see a reel I want to make in my style, or I want to do an ad version of it, like this reel for example. So I will just copy the link and paste it here to use as a reference. Another important property I have added is the content pillar property. This is something I learned from Katie Stackley, and I'll link her YouTube channel below so you can learn more from her as well. But having content pillars is an important addition to your content creation strategy, as it can help you stay organized and also improve your consistency and creativity. It's like dividing all your content ideas into subgroups based on your goals and what your audience would find valuable. So for example, this animation of a duck falling asleep would be under the animation content pillar, obviously. But as you can see, I have other content pillars such as trendy videos, behind the scenes, speed paints, artist insights, process videos, and so on. I also have a few for my carousels and still posts. Moving on, the date property is something I use when I add the idea to my content calendar, as you will see later on. The last few properties are pretty self-explanatory. I have a platform property that can be set to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, which I don't really post on anymore, and Pinterest, and the format property such as reel, carousels, feed posts, and so on. And that's about it for this subpage. Going back to the main ideas page, one last thing I want to mention is another main reason why I like working with databases. And that's because you can have multiple views of the same database. In this case, I'm using a table view so I can quickly scroll through all my ideas. And I have customized it to show only the format and content pillar properties, and also to filter the ideas based on the status property, so I'm currently seeing only the unused ideas. The next subpage is my actual content calendar page, and it's probably the most important page that you can have if you want to develop a consistent and sustainable posting schedule. As you can see, this is simply just a calendar view of the ideas database that I have previously showed you.
I like to plan my content a month in advance, so at the end of every month I go on this calendar view and start organizing my content ideas for the following month. My main posting platform is Instagram, but this year I also started posting on YouTube and Pinterest. That's why I've created a second calendar view for my YouTube content so I can organize that separately. Since I've been consistently posting on Instagram for over 6 months now, I've built a pool of reels that I can reuse on YouTube Shorts. In the same view, I add my monthly long-form videos dedicating a specific day for filming and making sure I have enough time to edit it. The reason why I limit myself to only one video per month is because I work full-time and at the moment it's not realistic for me to try and post long-form videos every week. In time, as I get more efficient at editing my videos, I plan to increase that to 2 videos a month, or even 1 weekly. It's important to be realistic with how much content you can create, because forcing yourself to release more content that you can comfortably produce on multiple platforms nonetheless might work for the short term, but in the long run you will probably find yourself facing burnout quite often. That's what I mean when I use the term sustainable content strategy. I learned it the hard way. Going back to my Instagram posting schedule, you can see I'm currently posting 2 reels and 1 carousel per week. I usually reserve the carousel for Wednesdays and the reels for Mondays and Tuesdays. With this in mind, let me show you how I approach scheduling my content for a new month. I start with the carousel posts, which are usually finished illustrations or sometimes works in progress. I am also doing this thing where every month I create a phone wallpaper for my coffee shop, so I use one of the Wednesdays to promote it. At this stage, I keep in mind any art challenges like Draw This in Your Styles that I want to take part in and include them in the content calendar to make sure I don't miss a deadline. Because next month Mermaid is happening, I decided that I will draw 1 new mermaid every week, rather than daily, so I can go ahead and schedule that in now. As you can probably tell, these are not in my ideas list, but because this calendar view is based on the same database, if I add it here, it will be automatically added to the ideas list as well. And because I'm creating this on a specific day, a date is added to the date property we've seen before. Similar to this, I'm gonna start adding in the reels. For each weekly illustration, I usually create a showcase reel, like a fun transition or a process video. However, I post it a few weeks later so my page doesn't look too repetitive. So we already have a couple of reels scheduled for next month. Because of Mermaid, I can also create a reel to recap the mermaids I did last year, and to save myself some time, I'm gonna repost the recap I did at the end of May 2023. Using content pillars, you can see how repetitive my reels are in terms of style. So to break things down a little for the rest of the reels, I'll use video ideas from different content pillars. And here we have my content schedule for next month for Instagram. Because I want to start posting an extra reel per week, I went ahead and scheduled a trendy reel each Tuesday, as these are the days when my audience is more active. Before we move on to the rest of the subpages, I want to show you how I plan each reel. Within each database entry, you can add extra comments. To make it more streamlined, I've created a template that can be added which helps me prep the reel. Going back to my art career page, there are a couple of sub-pages I haven't got to use yet. One of them is the video scripts and notes, which I want to use as a place where I can brain dump any YouTube video ideas I get. And the other one is called 0 to 1,000 Followers Instagram Growth Guide, which is a resource I got from Katie Stackley's website to learn more about Instagram growth. I won't show you the page in detail, but I'll add a link in the description where you can download it for free. On the affiliate links page, I keep track of all the links from products I've used and want to share with you, such as art supplies I like, filming gear, or art books. I'm currently signed up for the Amazon affiliate link program only. For this page, I've created, surprise surprise, another database where I store all my affiliate links with extra information such as the name of the product, the type of the product, and the affiliate program. This way, when I want to add them to my video description or any other places, I can easily find them here. The last page I have recently added is this very simple weekly and monthly checklist. As I mentioned before, I also use a bullet journal to organize my week, including my personal life events. Some tasks tend to repeat each week and month, so I created this checklist to make sure I don't forget to schedule time for any of them.
And that, my lovelies, is everything for today's video. I really hope you find it helpful, and if you have any other questions or topics you'd like me to touch on in a bit more depth, just let me know in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to add a series of useful resources in the description of this video, including a few channels that really helped me and taught me a lot about content creation for social media as an artist. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see more of my art, you can follow me on my Instagram at theartofcselia, as we are really close of reaching my goal for this year of 1,000 followers. Until the next video, I hope you have a lovely time and take care of yourself. Bye!